Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Morning Mindset. Here it is, June 20th already. Woo! June's flying by, isn't it? Wow, 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 wow. Remember when you check in here, let me know what's in your cup, and I need five things that you are going to accomplish today. Now, for us, it's going to be a madhouse of a day because getting ready to leave for Atlanta. So we've got time constraints and stuff we have to do. So if it's a long night of work, it's a long night of work. So that way we can get out of here first thing in the morning. So for us, we have transfers to print, which if you need DTF transfers, remember, as long as you have your order in by 12 noon, so it's 3.5 hours from now, we're going to get those printed and shipped out today. So you're not waiting until we get back. And that's as long as you order by noon. So we've got print transfers and ship transfers because we had a good amount come in over the weekend. I've got the Masters of Success call here in 1 hour at 9:30 a.m. I've got to make sure to set up my posts for the week because, hey, we're not going to be necessarily available to do that. We're going to be judging over at Skills USA. And then Friday, we're going to go Family Day. So Tuesday's Travel Day, Wednesday, Thursday judging, Friday, Family Day, Saturday, Travel Day, or Friday, Family Day, Saturday, Travel Day. So and schedule a post. So it may look like we're right here. Because why? That's what scheduling posts is all about. So you just can have content put out there. You can do that. So we have that. And then I got to get my hair did. So I got my hair did that's going on. So we got a busy day here. So let's check in. Jerry, good morning to you. Jose, good morning. Renee, happy Monday from another scorcher in Chicagoland. Water in the cup and still working on my list. Yeah, like yesterday, it was beautiful here. So yesterday, Father's Day. Hopefully everybody, if you're a father, happy Father's Day. I've had better, I've had worse. It was a good, mellow day. I was able to start off with a good breakfast fatty, which is always good, and end the day with my tomahawk steak. So it wasn't too shabby of a day. Now, today is the celebration of Juneteenth. Now, there's mixed things on this because some places are open, some places are closed. So just remember, if you're shipping anything, double check. There's going to be no mail today because of this holiday for that. So think about that if you need to drop stuff off the post office. Juneteenth is not a new holiday, but a recognized federal holiday. It happened 2 days before the holiday last year, so this is actually the first time that, as far as federally, gets celebrated. And it was yesterday, but because it fell on Sunday, observance today. So I think celebrate Juneteenth is the way to say that. All right. Other things that we have going on. Like I said, we're headed to Atlanta tomorrow. So what we're doing is this week, like I said, if you order by 12 today, your DTF transfers will go out. If not, pay attention to your emails, pay attention to the posts, because there will be a special going out once we're out of here tomorrow. So check emails, keep on that. Tuesday with Todd. I think we're just going to do a repeat show. So I realized, hey, I can just schedule a show and watch. So I think we're going to put the Mike Quist episode back up, and we'll have that replay tomorrow night. No morning mindset the rest of the week because that's Wednesday and Friday. Maybe Friday I might try and slide one in there, but for the most part, we're going to be busy. It'd be 9:30 East Coast time. We're already on the judging floor, so I get to figure out more about that today. Because that's going to be a fun thing. Like I did it last year, and it was all virtually. So the kids made videos and that, and then you watch the video and you sort on this. So Now, completely different experience because I'm assuming everything is going to be live. I'll get more information on it, but it is going to be a fun thing. Um, tomorrow, tomorrow's Travels Day. You know, we're going out of O'Hare, which always scares me. But I think we're going to be on the road. I think our flight two. No, we're going to be there at two. I think we're going to be there at two. Our flight is at 5. I don't think we get into Atlanta there until 8 or so, and then Uber to the hotel and call it that, and then basically start up Wednesday morning. So excited! I hear it's hot down in Atlanta, which hey, it's hot here, 100 degrees here. So I think I'm set up myself pretty well for that. Um, but morning mindset maybe happened on Friday. Back is still doing. We're probably about 85% right now. It's mostly down to my knee. So between the TENS unit and some stretching and some ice, we're gonna be rock solid for that. New shoes? Nope. I got new flip flops, so they're arch supportive or whatever. I'll be fine. But I am for a few people. I will pack shoes. I don't really anticipate wearing them, but I will pack them just in case. So remember, I need your 5 things that you are going to accomplish today. Darren, good morning to you. Tanya just woke up, so nothing else. Staff meeting, burn screens, train new person to clean screens, monitor online sales. Hey, that sounds like a great day. Morning, Jay. How are you doing? Doing a remote show? So I tried to do the morning mindset when we were on our way to the DAX show. I was like, oh, we're driving. I can just go ahead and throw it on in the car and have it go from there. Oh, worst experience ever. I couldn't get anything to connect right. I ended up throwing the phone on the back and just I was done with it. I was so pissed. So mobile shows, remote shows aren't the greatest for me unless somebody else sets it up. Like when we've done them at trade shows, where there's been times, excuse me, whoa, I need to take a drink. There's times when we're at the trade shows that we'd have the booth set up and we're like, hey, we can just turn on the camera and go live here, and it's perfect because everything is set up. Mobilely, I am not the greatest. Yeah, Atlanta, from what I'm hearing 100 degrees, so I'm looking forward to it. Back in your neck. Oh, headed to Peoria. Sounds like everybody is headed there because isn't Matt coming in town too to head down there? So, what you guys got fun going on there? If I was in town, I'd have to run on down there and see what's going on. Thanks for at least packing them. What? What did I do? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Morning, Chuck. What's up? What did I do? What's up, Chuck? God, I totally screwed that one up. Yeah, A for effort, man. It was horrible because I couldn't sit there. It was where we were at. We just couldn't connect. We were having too much of an issue with connectivity. Signal got thrown. Oh, it was such a pain. And then the mount wouldn't be right, so I couldn't hold it. I couldn't put it in the right spot. I looked like I had 37 chins, and I was just over it. I was just over it. I was ready to go. Oh, shoes. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, I'll just pack shoes. Ooh, setting up the demo site. Man, see, now I want to come down there. Well, I have to make a trip. I have to make a trip and head down that way. And if you don't know what Jay's talking about, DTFTU is going to have a demo site down in Peoria, so or East Peoria. It's about an hour and a half from me. That's where they're shipping out all of their supplies. I think Jay, is equipment shipping going to be shipping out of there too? Is that going to be kind of the central hub of everything? Because as much as I don't care for doing business in Illinois because of the way that things are, the great thing about being here is we are center of the country, so it is a lot closer to ship things. You can get things a lot faster at a lot more places. Yes, that's it. So they'll be shipping everything out of there. So all your machines, all of your inks, all of your supplies. So for me, typically what I've been ordering is 1 day ship. So what did that mean for me? Traditionally, when things were coming from Florida, it was 3 to 5 days. So I had to think and project out what is my build to levels. And this is something that you need to look at doing too in your business, is when you have multiple vendors that you're ordering from, and you've got this one for this perfect product, for this product and that product. If it's something inconsistent, you have to look at that as, okay, how do I build an inventory level for this? Because if I can get something in 2 days, right, then I'm going through one of these things a day, right? So that means if I order today, it's not going to be here until Wednesday. And if I'm going through one a day, I need to make sure I have one for today, one for tomorrow, one for Wednesday. So if I look at that, then that's my build to. I always have to make sure I have 3 in stock. So when I get down to 3, I order. So I have one for today, one for tomorrow, one for the next day. If when you can base what you order off your shipping times and how things come to you, it's a lot easier to manage your inventory. You don't need to have 50,000 things in stock, because if I can just get it the next day or in 2 days, then hey, I'm on top of it that way. That allows me to convert that cash that would be sitting in inventory to actual cash to be used for other things. So to have that knowledge of when things come and how long it takes to get to you really helps out. The other thing to consider too is if it's a hot commodity item. So if it's something that is always going on stock, order as much as your space and budget allows, because the last thing that you want to do is to run out. The flip side of that is it depends on what you're buying, if that is even possible for what you use it for. Because if it's on inks, there are shelf lives on things. So if you think I'm going to need all of this and I go through it and then realize you don't, now you're sitting on ink and it could expire. So you gotta play. It's a delicate balancing act. And so I feel fortunate enough where there's a lot of companies that we use that will run 2 days out, so we don't have to keep a lot in stock. But on that flip side, there's times where I wish I would have ordered more, so that way they ran out of stock and I would have had it. So you got to go around and you got to really look at your numbers will tell you what to do. Your business will tell you what to do. Your inventory levels will tell you what to do. If you're only ordering once a week, do you need to order, 50 things and next week you have 49, I'm going to order 50 more? No, just keep an eye on that there. Vanessa, good morning to you. How are you doing this morning? So for us, like I said, anything ordered by 12 today will be printed out today, so that way we can get it. Even got to stay late, we'll drop it off before we take out of here tomorrow. MLS call is always a fun time. If you don't know what MLS is, it's Masters of Success. It's our top tier in our training series over at barsuccessgroup.com. One of the things that I really like in that is just the overall. I've got a business partner in my back pocket. There's 7, 8 of them in there in this group, and they really they're there to help each other out. There's different spots across the business, from just getting started to been doing it for 30 years. So there's a lot of knowledge in it to help people out. And it's a fun time. It also gives me a time just to reflect with some other people. Those business mastery groups, those masterminds, those things that help you build your business, they're pretty damn good. They help you do the things that you need help doing. And so, hey, if it's something to check out, go check it out. Hey, thanks, Jay. I do try, and my advice I always see is you always take with a grain of salt, because it's what works for me. It may not work for you, but that's the key to this is you find what works for somebody else and you emulate it, right? Okay, if it's working for them, then I should be able to make that work for me. Now, maybe you have to change a few things. Maybe there's part of the system that doesn't work for you. But the overall goal is you put systems in place that work for you to help your business become better. There's times when you got to think about this. There's 24 hours in a day. That's it. We can't get any more time. When it's gone, it's gone. We can't buy anymore. So what do we need to do? We need to be more efficient. We need to value our time too. There's so many people, especially now that I'm seeing, that are severely undercharging themselves. It's just I don't know how some people can honestly think that they're making money with it. When you look at, hey, this thing took me 3 hours to do and I sold it for $15. What? I'm seeing that in the Tumblr side of things, where someone's like, yeah, I hand painted this, I had 8 hours in it and I sold it for $100. That's less than like $8 an hour. It's like half a minimum wage here. And I get it, it's a hobby and that, but when you're saying it's a business and this and I can't keep up. Well, can't keep up because your prices are so low, right? So you know how to alleviate not having that backlog of work. Raise your prices. Yeah, you're going to lose some customers, but the customers you are keeping are the ones that want to pay your premium prices and are probably going to bitch as much. Shocker, right? The bottom tier people always seem to be the ones with the biggest problems. And, when they're beating you up on prices and stuff, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to me to get yelled at and belittled and because they don't understand how artwork works, or something didn't print the way that they thought it should print and it should be this way or that way. It's just not worth it for your $7. Sorry. So there's times where, by raising prices, you're going to get rid of some of that stuff. It is definitely it's definitely a a delicate balance, but you have value, you are worth it. You have the knowledge and the thing that come to you to produce something. So make sure you're charging accordingly. And even like Vanessa, you say you stay away from Etsy. Etsy can be a great place. You can learn a lot from there because at the same time you're all fighting for those same customers. But go on and see. You'll see people charging anywhere from the same product. Let's pick out a tumbler. We've seen people sell tumblers, complete decorated tumblers as low as $15, and I've seen other ones selling it for $1,500. So you find your market and you put it out there and do it. It's almost like the mall. The mall. Remember those things that used to have a bunch of stores in them, and that was Etsy. Etsy was the mall. And there's a bunch of different stores in it. A lot carried a lot of the same things with little variations, but price levels could be all over the place. What it came to was you created that customer for you. You found your niche. They wanted to come to your store. So even through all the noise of Etsy or the mall, they would still come and see you because the products you have, the service, things like that. So Etsy can be, a hard place to break into, but I know a lot of people that are doing very, very, very well on Etsy. You just got to know your people and try to not fall into, oh, I'm going to be everything to everybody, because that's when I think things start to really get crazy out of hand. Good morning, Ella. How are you today? Let's see. Make sure your work matches your price, though. If you're going to charge $50 for a tumbler, your work has to be worth 50. I don't know how much time you have in it. Like me, my time's $125 an hour. So if that takes me an hour to do, it's $125 minimum before I add in supplies, before I add in everything else, before I put it in there. I value my time. Whether somebody believes my time is worth that or not, this is what it is. If I want to, like this, if it's $50 for a tumbler, then we know what goes into making a tumbler, whether, sublimation, pretty quick and simple. Laser engraving, a little bit longer, but very, not as many people doing it. And then when it comes to epoxy tumblers and rhinestone tumblers, there's a ton of labor and time that goes into it. Epoxy, not as much. It's mostly curing, but there's still the process that goes along with it. So, hey, charge as much as you can and get your value out of it, because the customer will let you know if it's worth it. They're going to buy it and go from there. If you need to up your game, up your game. But at the same time, when you undercharge, all you're doing is diluting the market and you're not valuing yourself. How can you sell your customer, hey, yeah, it's 35 for this tumbler. Next week it's 50, and then it's 75, it's 100. Value your time off the bat, and hey, you can always discount it out. Yep, hey, we're 25%. So, we're doing this, and that's the other thing. When you do a lot of this stuff, we have to make sure that we have the funds to cover it, right? I try to say never take a job that you can't afford to reprint, because there's times you can get upside down and stuff, misprints, things like that. You did a tumbler and you spelled a name wrong on it or something, your mistake. Hey, you're going to eat that and redo it. So if you're not charging what you're worth, chances are you're really losing money on that second one. I think the girls just went to the mall this weekend. Hey, I haven't been to the mall, and we were in the mall. Our store was in the mall. I think since we left at the end of 2020, I've been back to the mall once, maybe twice. So 2 years, twice times. I think I'm good with that. Yeah, your time is your most valuable commodity. Absolutely right. I mean, and Jay's a great example. Jay has a business that he runs on his own, and then also being, the service tech, the install person, the heartbeat of the um, technical side of this for DTFTU. There's a lot that goes into it. Hey, if you want to say, hey, I'm charging this, that's just what it is, right? You want expertise. You want in there and out there. You can spend, let's look at it this way, right? So Jay is on his own, doing his own thing. You can hire him to come in and install your system, right? And he's like, hey, it's $1,000 to do it. We're going to be here for a day. We're going to go through this. Probably maybe need 2 days, but if we can get everything through it, you're going to be great, and we'll go from there. So $1,000 for it. And you're like, whoa, 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 $1,000? Come on, I can take care of this myself. And then it takes you a week to set everything up, and it takes you another week to learn everything, and then you have a week of just troubleshooting. You're in this for 3 weeks. $1,000 you're going to spend for one day of training, probably would have paid for itself and made that $1,000 by then. So just think about that too. Is sometimes we have to pay to play, right? You pay for somebody's knowledge, right? We pay to know what is going on and how to do things. And sometimes you just have to, right? You just have to because the time that I'm going to save in doing it, yeah, it may seem like a big hit in the pocket right now. Like, oh God, I can't afford to do that. And then just you can ask, right? Say, hey, I know that this is 1,000, and I really get it, and I really want it, but I really don't have the funds here. Can we work something out? Maybe, can we do some credit card payments? Can we set up an auto debit? Can we set up that? I mean, well, there's a will, there's a way, and I'm one for helping people where hey, if the funds aren't there, I get it. I was in that spot. I know what it was like to be struggling through things. I've always said that money is not going to be an object that's going to stop me from helping somebody. We will figure it out. Hey, if we've got some kind of payment plan, if we've got to push through this and do it, I want you to better yourself and your business, and money shouldn't be the reason that you can't do that. So we're always trying to do different things to help people overcome that barrier. Do not let it be your barrier. Just ask. That's all you have to do. I mean, you can't spell something. Oh yeah, with wet. Yep. Yeah, you can't spend this. You can't sell something with wet spots, rough rims. Yeah, oh yeah. And the thing is, you learn. I mean, I go back and I look at some of my first shirts that I did. I'm like, oh, like how did I let that out? But I was super proud of it at that time because I'm like, this is awesome. And who bought it? They loved it too, and that's what helped grow our business. So when you look back at it's like when I look at a lot of things that they've done over my life in the beginning, and like, oh, how did we get here? Yeah, we all started somewhere with it. Free. Good morning to you. All right, I went off on a tangent. Here was, we try and keep these 10, 15 minutes. We're in 20 minutes long. We've got a busy day here. You guys got a busy day here. Remember, we got travel day tomorrow. So if you need your DTF stuff, have it in before noon. We're going to stay late to get everything shipped out before we leave tomorrow. If you don't need anything, right now, cool. But if you need something tomorrow to when we're back, pay attention to your emails, pay attention to the post, because we're going to throw a little something out there for you guys. So see, if you order today, guess what? You're getting like Expedia delivery or processing, rush services, and all that stuff that we usually charge extra for. You're not getting that today. But wait till tomorrow, when I get that, but there may be some of those stuff for you. Traveling, so pay attention. We'll have pictures. I can't wait to get down to Skills and have some good fun down there. And hey, who knows? Maybe I'll decide when is the place for us, and we find a place down there to live. Hey, 3 hours from the ocean, 3 hours from the Gulf side. I can stay 3 hours from the Gulf side. It's looking like it, but at the same time, I don't know. I talked to somebody, and from moving to do a U-Haul from California to Tennessee one way was $8,000. So I had guesstimated it'd be about $20,000 to have somebody come in, pack up the house, move it to where we're at. That's a big chunk of change. So I need to make sure that that would really happen. All right. Ooh, made successful perf cut today. I feel like a big kid. Perf cut's fun. I don't use it. You know what I do? I just bump up my pressure. I just bump my pressure up all the way and just you're going to go through cutting strips faster and blades more. But sometimes on smaller designs, perf cut sucks because it's just not cutting the right spot, trying to hang things up and try to do it there. If you can just get your pressure just right, so every time it's just right there, it'll pop right out. So there's a little funniness for you. All right, you guys have a great day. Get after it. Make your list of 5 things. Like I said, for us, we've got transfers of print, transfers to ship. We've got a master success call. We've got a setup post for the week, and I got to get my hair did. So you guys have a great day. We will see you. We'll see you throughout the week, but we will see you next time live next Monday morning. See you guys. See you next time.